Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, looking for a case for your new iPhone 13 Pro or 13 Pro Max. How about a case that protects your phone, your health, and the planet? You might want to check out the new Crush by CASETiFY, offering up to 9.8 feet of drop protection for the Ultra Impact and 6.6 feet for the Impact. The Crush cases are made of a total of 65% recycled and plant-based materials, and some of that comes from recycled phone cases via CASETiFY's new CASETiFY phone case recycling program. These cases are not only non-toxic and BPA-free, they're also antimicrobial, and of course, being CASETiFY cases, they're super customizable with an astonishingly large number of graphic designs to choose from, as well as the option to add your own custom text. Lots to love here. Let's check these cases out in greater detail. Looking first at the Ultra Impact Crush case for the iPhone 13 Pro. This is a one-piece case, quite rigid construction. We've got a hard back and we've got somewhat flexible sides on here. Looking a little more closely at the sides, you can see you've got speckles on here. These are the distinguishing feature of the Crush cases, and they're there because those are little bits of recycled plastic. So the Crush cases are made of 65% recycled and plant-based content. And part of that is recycled phone cases from CASETiFY's new CASETiFY program. Basically, the idea with that is that you can send in your old phone cases. They don't even have to be CASETiFY cases. They can be any manufacturer phone cases. You send them into CASETiFY, and then you get a discount off a new case. And what they're going to do with those phone cases is they're going to recycle them and make them into new Crush cases. This allows them to reduce their carbon footprint by 20%. Overall, just a really great program. Makes a very interesting looking phone case. Of course, these cases are also going to be very protective. This one's going to give you 9.8 feet of drop protection due to this material called CASETiFY. You can see it running around the perimeter here. It's also going to be here in the corners. The bumpers are made of CASETiFY. There's also a version of this case, which you're also going to be looking at, the regular Impact case. That one doesn't have the special CASETiFY bumpers, and it's going to give you 6.6 feet of drop protection, but this one gives you 9.8, which is obviously more. This case is also treated with a material called Defensify, which is going to reduce the amount of bacterial buildup by 99%. And in addition, this case is both BPA-free as well as 100% non-toxic. So overall, really quite a nice case from CASETiFY. Putting the Ultra Impact Crush case on your iPhone 13 Pro is pretty straightforward. Just put in the one side. Make sure both your bottom and your top corners are properly seated. And then push on your other corners. Makes kind of a squeaky noise, but that's it. Then once it's on, make sure all four corners are actually in place. Sometimes this bottom corner doesn't want to go on properly, not just with CASETiFY cases, but in general with this new design on the iPhone 12 and 13 series. I've noticed that this one, when I put phone cases on, is often the corner that doesn't actually go on. You think it's on, and then you get the case on and you realize it's actually not quite pushed in all the way. So be sure to check all of your corners and make sure they're in place. And then once on, you can see we have a great fit on here. So you got lots of protective lip on here. I'm afraid I haven't had time to put a screen protector yet on this phone, so this is the maximum amount of lip you're going to see. But overall, really lots of protective lip. As far as the fit on here, we've got a good fit. It's a little bit of give over your buttons, but not bad. And not very much give over your port openings. Overall, I think that this has an excellent fit on the phone. Looking down here at our port openings, everything is nicely positioned and nicely sized. We have asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, and you should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support wireless charging, so you might find that you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. Going around the sides, we've got our CASETiFY bumpers here. This material is very slightly rough feeling, gives you grip on the case, although the sides of the case also have plenty of grip here, so I don't think that that's a big problem. I generally find CASETiFY cases to be absolutely sufficiently grippy in the hand, but yet they still slide easily in and out of pockets and handbags, so that's great. So you can see the speckles here on the side. Part of the recycled content that this case is made from. I love the eco-conscious commitment that these cases have. Going up here to our buttons, these are really nice, very responsive, no issues there. We do have those little slits, however, on the bottom and the top. Those could potentially let in a little dirt or dust, so if you're really concerned about that, you might want to be aware of that aspect of the buttons. But other than that, I have no complaints on the buttons. Looking here at the amount of space here for your mute switch, plenty of space. I don't think anyone's going to have any issues there. Looking at the view from the top, again, we've got tons of lip around the screen. Excellent job there by CASETiFY. And then we've got our CHI-TECH bumpers. Again, that 9.8 feet of drop protection, very impressive. And then finally, our side button here, super responsive. Looking at the back of the case, I love the way this looks with my Sierra Blue iPhone. Absolutely beautiful. You can see the Sierra Blue color peeking through here. So this material is a glossy clear polycarbonate for the back, and like all glossy clear polycarbonates, this is going to show fingerprints and scratches relatively easily. However, there are a couple of features about this case which are going to help with that. For one thing, we have a very small raised rim here on the bottom and on the top. And then we also have this raised rim around the camera area. So what's going to happen is when you put this case on its back on a flat surface, the majority of the back is going to be held very slightly above the flat surface, and that's going to help reduce scratching over time, so that's excellent. And also, when you have such a great graphic design on here, your eye is going to be drawn to the graphic design and not to any fingerprints or scratches which are there. So I think overall, scratching and fingerprints are not a big issue with this type of case. As far as yellowing is concerned, polycarbonate doesn't tend to yellow, so you should be good there. TPU, which is in the sides, does tend to yellow, particularly light colors. So if you're worried about that, then just choose one of the CASETiFY options that has dark colored TPU on the sides. Avoid your clear and light colored TPU, and you should be in good shape as far as yellowing is concerned. Looking here at the amount of protection for your protruding camera, as I mentioned, we do have a raised rim around here, and this is going to give you sufficient protection for your camera. No issue with lay on the table. Overall, I think everything just looks really great here. Just a lovely case. We've got a pretty slim profile. You've got that 9.8 feet of drop protection. You've got your Defensify antimicrobial protection. It's going to kill 99% of bacteria. Overall, just a lovely case. So as far as wireless charging is concerned, regular Qi wireless charging is going to work perfectly, but because there aren't any magnets embedded in here, your MagSafe charging is going to be somewhat more limited. So it's going to charge at your full 15 watts of charging speed, but the issue is that because there's no magnets in here, you just have a really poor magnetic connection, and it's easy for it to get knocked off the sweet spot and stop charging. So it's possible to get MagSafe versions of the CASETiFY cases. You can get a MagSafe Ultra Impact case, you can get a MagSafe Impact case, but at least currently you can't get one that has this Crush design on the sides. Hopefully CASETiFY is going to change that in future and you'll be able to get a Crush MagSafe case, because I think that would be extremely cool. Removing this case from your phone is not difficult. Just start up in the top corner, push that off, then go down to the bottom, push that off, and then pull out your phone. Looking at another version of the Ultra Impact Crush cases, this one's got black sides, and then we have green bumpers on here. This is one of our custom text cases. Putting your phone in place, again, not hard to get on. Just make sure all of those corners are in place before you push on your other side. Again, we got a great fit on here. There is some give over the buttons, but nothing really too bad here. Pretty slight, almost no give over your port openings. Tons of protective lip. Everything looks great here. So this also has the speckles on here on the side because it's a Crush case, but they're a little bit more understated than on the lighter colors. Got a nice amount of grip here on the sides. Buttons, of course, still great. We have our green CHI-TECH bumpers on here. You can get a version that doesn't have green CHI-TECH bumpers, but I think that these are neat. They got a really great look to them. And then you can see over here, We've got our recycling statement. This case is made from recycled phone cases. Of course, they're referencing the CASETiFY program that I was talking about, where you can send in your phone case and get a discount on a new phone case, and then they use those phone cases as part of the recycled material to make the Crush phone cases. So really cool. I love the fact that they can reduce their carbon footprint by 20% by doing that. Really outstanding. So looking at the back of the case, we got a crystal clear back on here, looks lovely. Of course, this is going to have the same issues that we were talking about before in terms of fingerprints and scratching, but of course you also have the same ridge here on the bottom and the top, as well as the raised rim around your camera area, and this is going to help keep things very slightly elevated above a flat surface and reduce scratching, so that's great. This is a custom text case rather than the graphics case we were looking at before. So with custom text, you can choose in between 3 and 8 letters. I've got 7 here with Kristen, so I could have gone with one more letter on here. And then you also have different orientations. You can go with a vertical text like this, or you could also go with horizontal text. You can go with several lines of text. There's one option which will allow you to do 3 lines of 8 letters each. I'm going to show you that in a bit. You can go with different fonts. You got different colors. You have tons of different custom options here as far as text is concerned. Really outstanding. Overall, just a really nice case. These make fun gifts also, particularly with the holidays coming up. You can give somebody a customized case. I think that that can be a really nice present to give somebody. Moving on to the Impact Crush cases for the 13 Pro Max. These are going to give you 6.6 feet of drop protection. They don't have those bumpers in the corners with the extra Cheetax, so a little bit less protective, but also just a bit sleeker, a little bit smaller. These are also made with the same 65% recycled and plant-based content. Got the speckles here because they're crushed cases, so these are made from recycled phone cases. Really exciting. We've got the Cheetac that runs around the perimeter here, but again, no Cheetac bumpers. And this is going to be protected with Defensify antimicrobial protection, so that's great. And you are still going to have that 20% reduction in the carbon footprint because it's made from all of this recycled content. So overall, just really quite a lovely case. Putting your phone in here is basically the same as on the 13 Pro Ultra Impact cases we were looking at, but slightly easier. This has a little bit looser fit on the phone. It's not so loose that I think it's problematic at all, but it is just a little bit looser. So this part is fine, there's not really any give here, but over your volume buttons and your side buttons, you do have a bit more give, and I would say it's about the same here over your port openings, not a big deal. So as far as the amount of protective lip we have going around the screen, you got plenty of protection. I don't yet have a screen protector on my phone yet, so this is the maximum amount of lip you're going to see, but still, even if you put a thick screen protector on here, you're going to have tons of lip. Very nice and protective. Looking at our port openings, we got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, which is great. You should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support wireless charging, so you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. Going around the side, you have a little bit of a sleeker profile because you don't have the bumpers that you have on the Ultra Impact case. Nice amount of TPU grip on here. And you can see we do have those little speckles in here, but they're a bit more understated with the dark versions of the Crush case. Going up here to our buttons, very responsive, although just like with the Ultra Impact cases we were looking at, you do have those little slits there which might potentially let in tiny bits of dirt, so do be aware of that if you use your case in dirty or dusty environments. Looking here at the amount of space here for your mute switch, plenty of space. I don't think anyone's going to have any issues there. Looking at the view from the top, again, tons of lip. And then going over here to our side button, very responsive. Looking at the back of the case, we've got a super bright graphic design on here, one of thousands upon thousands of graphic designs available on CASETiFY's website. There's really something for everybody there. You can have quotes, you can have graphics, you can have animals, you can have really basically anything. And if graphics are not your thing, you can go with custom text. And if that's not your thing, you can go with a completely plain case as well. So there's all sorts of options available with CASETiFY. So in terms of features, everything is pretty much the same as on the Ultra Impact case we were looking at. You've got the same very slight raised ridge here on the bottom and the top to help with scratching. You've got the same raised rim around your camera area. It's going to give you plenty of protection for your rear camera. I think everything just looks great here. I think it's fun with the CASETiFY designs that you can actually feel them underneath your fingertips. They have a really pleasant feel to them, gives you just a little bit of texture. Overall, just a lovely case, quite a slim profile. And again, you're not going to have an issue with yellowing here with this dark TPU, so that's great. As far as wireless charging is concerned, this is of course going to work with regular Qi wireless charging, and it's not going to work very well with MagSafe charging because no magnets, but it will attach, just not particularly well. Removing this from your phone, very easy. Push off the one corner, go down to the bottom, push off that corner, good to go. Finally, we got a clear case here with custom text. Same fit here, nothing different than what we were looking at before. Same lovely amount of lips, same arrangement here with the port openings. I really like the look of the speckles here on the black. I think it looks a lot more interesting than just regular black sides. And I do love the fact that this is made with recycled phone cases. And looking at the back of the case, love the way my silver iPhone looks here. Absolutely beautiful. So this is one of our custom text cases. You can see we've got one of the more interesting formats here. This one allows 3 lines of text. You have up to 8 characters in each line, so you can put really quite a lot of text on here. The other options that are available, some of them are limited to only 3 characters, and some of them give you up to 8 characters, but all of those are just 1 line of text as opposed to the ability to have 3 lines of text here. So I really like this one, and of course you also have the option to go with different text colors and different fonts. This one's a little bit boring here just in black, but I think it actually matches the whole clear case with black sides quite well. So overall, just a really nice case from CASETiFY. I'm really loving these Crush cases because they have that 20% lower carbon footprint. You also have a really cool look here with the little speckles in the sides. And I think that the fact that you can send in your old phone cases and get a discount on new ones is absolutely outstanding. So I think CASETiFY's done a great job here. These cases are very protective, they're great for the environment, and because of the antimicrobial component and the fact that these are made from non-toxic materials, they're also going to help protect you. So overall, just lots to love here from CASETiFY with the new Crush series cases. Again, we've been looking at the CASETiFY Crush, Impact, and Ultra Impact cases for iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. These cases are available directly from CASETiFY, and if you want to save 15% on your purchase, be sure to use the special affiliate link specifically for my viewers, www.casetify.com/thetechreviewer. The Impact Crush cases for the 13 Pro have an MSRP of $60, and the 13 Pro Ultra Impact Crush cases are $70. For the 13 Pro Max, the 2 versions are $5 more, $65 for the Impact Crush and $75 for the Ultra Impact Crush. And of course, any customization or graphics you choose for your CASETiFY case come at no additional cost. Many thanks to the kind folks at CASETiFY for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. And you might want to hit that subscribe button because I've got lots of iPhone 13 and 13 Pro Max case and screen protector reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.